Peace to the darkest minds of the light. Peace to the darkest minds of the light. Peace, Chakra King. Oh my God, I have a headache. It just came on right before I hit the live button. How's everyone? I just want to do a quick recap or just an overview. Not long. I might have to stop this stream though. My head is killing me. I have migraines sometimes. I haven't had one in a long time though. It must be the new, I started drinking this new, oh my God, this new matcha. And it is making my head hurt. Hey Lionel, I'm probably going to shut this stream down. I'll let you in. Peace. How are you?
Doing all right, sister.
Oh my God, my head started hurting badly. Good show. Good presentation you did today.
I wanted you to be on there with science stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't even get to see it until afterwards.
It's all good though.
I really have to go back and look at. I like the part where you were talking about the boys. Peace, Rose. You're really good at. This is definitely your lane. The information. You're good at research. Oh my God, my head is killing me. It feels like there's a vice grip on my temples.
What you do today that caused you to be so stressed? What you stressed about? These Negroes on there?
It's not really stress. I think it's this matcha that I drink.
Say it again.
I'm really sensitive to caffeine, and usually, peace Yasharaya Sakainara. Usually, the matcha's caffeine isn't bad or doesn't harm me, but this matcha is different. It's a new matcha, and my head is banging right now. Anyway, I just want to let you
sodas.
Huh?
Time to cut out sodas and caffeine if you're allergic to it.
I do not drink soda at all. And I don't drink caffeine unless it's matcha. And that's green tea. And my head is killing me because I think this one has too much caffeine. Excuse me.
You need to start drinking water.
I drink a gallon of water a day.
Drink too. You got to cut out that latcha.
And you know what? Too much water could be it too. Maybe I drank too much water. That could give you a headache. Hello, Nepal. Hello, Brother Lionel. Hello, chat. Hello, Child of Light.
What's up, Child of Light?
I'm going to leave it running for about 2 more minutes. My head is killing me. How'd you like the show? Did you watch it with Sekou? Brother Sekou?
I watched a little bit of it. The African dude was talking about we need to honor the soldiers in the fight too. I respect the chematologist, and then Apostle was like he was rambling, and I'm saying that respectfully. So I saw like the cliff notes of it, and I was just like, this is
Well, this is more argument, religion debating, right? Or debating God, which is okay, I guess.
Yeah.
But for me, I just was when Sonnetter said, he wanted to come on. I don't know if he's gonna be able to now because I'm gonna probably end this. He just wanted to jump in the shower and wind down, and but he was like, I don't agree. Hello, everybody. Hello, Lee Weaver. Yes, alkaline water is very good, sister. So he said, we do have to validate the characters of these stories. Now, of course, they're only talking about the Bible. Nobody is going, how do I say this? Then Sonnetter said, there's nothing spiritual about the Bible. That's ridiculous. There's a lot spiritual about the Bible. The thing that I'm saying about spirituality is it's complex. Just because someone might go in. I personally, when I read the Torah, I know that the Torah isn't only written by Moses. From what I see, from the factual information that's available, but that doesn't change the spirituality of the story at its core. It puts some things into perspective. It gives, actually, when, for me, the more I find out factual information, like, wait a minute, Moses didn't write all the Torah, that is empowering, and that gives me more of my power back. It releases me from being bound to a story that, even if it is true, that someone received on from their God, from their channel that they open to God. It's almost like people go from using holy writings, all holy writings, they go from using them to elevate themselves to just using them to kick back and be lazy when it comes to their hearing the voice of God and connecting with God on their own, through themselves, through their personal selves. Like for you, for instance, let me ask you, are you a theist? Do you believe in God, or are you an atheist? Do you
I
believe in God, a higher
believe
power?
I believe in that there's something out there that we don't know about that wakes me up every day and that causes it to rain and all that type of stuff.
No,
So
no,
I
no.
believe
But
there's
see how
something.
you answer that? You don't have to answer it like that. Just, do you have a belief, or conceptualize, or have a faith that there is a higher power besides you?
Yep.
Oh, perfect. Now tell me about your higher power and how you connect to your higher power.
I would say that the way that I connect with the creator, whoever he or she is, and I have no problem with the she,
Right.
that I wake up every day and I try to help people as much as I can, and that's like my way of giving back to the universe. I put something positive back in it.
That is beautiful. Oh, wow. And guess what? See what you just did right there. Let's pretend we're gonna do a little role play right now. I really enjoy the dialogue with you. So let's pretend we're in the ancient civilization. In fact, it's not even a civilization really yet. We're just the first people on the earth, and we're all
Adam and
sitting
Eve.
around. We're sitting around, right? And we're looking in the stars, and we're looking at nature, and we're looking at how we are with each other. And then you say that to us, all of the tribe. You're just sitting around. You're just a young guy sitting in the tribe amongst the people around the campfire, or it's not camp, around the fire. And you say this, because now we're intellectuals, right? We're not these brute beasts. We're intellectual people, or not people, but we're intellectual beings. And you say that, everyone in the entire group is going to resonate with that, right? Who is going to say, I don't believe that? I'm talking about before writings, before books, before oral stories. You say it again, what you said about God, because we're asking, what do you think about God? Say it.
There's something out there that causes us to wake up every morning. There is something that causes for it one day to be windy, the next day for it to be rainy, and the next day for it to be a storm.
Okay, and what did you say you do, though? The thing you said, how you function, how you made a great statement about how you treat people. Say that again.
I wake up every morning and I try to do my best to help people and bring something positive back in the universe.
Okay, right there, what you said, not one person who is in the group would disagree with that statement. Now, I'm not talking about everybody else saying, but Wade and this, and no, these are the people that are today modern. Everything's so convoluted. Everybody's got all these doctrines and these stories, but you, in your essence, say something so basic, but so real. And then everybody agrees. What happens after that, though? Then in our conversations, naturally, we're going to keep on listening to you. It's just gonna be natural because you're saying some good stuff that we really resonates with us. So then you say something else. You say, we ask you, where do you think the rain comes from? Then you start telling us. Well, no, just let me do it right now. So where do you think the rain comes from, Lionel? We're sitting around the campfire, sitting around the bonfire. Tell us, just start telling us. Don't say you don't know. Where do you think the rain comes from? Make sense of it.
The sky above us.
Great. Who makes that water come down, though? Is there something making it happen, or is it just the sky? Is the sky something? Is the sky a living being?
The creator. That's
Okay.
what I would say.
Perfect. Now, see what you've done? Now, we liked what you said before. You just told us this rain comes from the sky and the creator does it. Now we've got these stories. Yes, that was right. I felt good about it. Did you feel good about it, Mr. Person to my side, hunter, gatherer, whatever you are? I don't know. Yeah, I feel good about it too. Okay, fellow Homo sapiens, let's keep on sitting by the bonfire and let's ask Lionel some more questions. So as time goes on, you're the person we look to. You know God. Did you hear what Lionel said? Oh, write it down. Yes, it is true, because look, it's coming true, and he's so right. And then they say, I don't know how to do this. Well, Lionel said to do it this way. Oh, I did it Lionel's way, and guess what? It worked. Lionel is the one that knows this God that we don't know. So this is what we did in the past, and we built it up to start writing down stories, cosmogony stories, the creation stories about worlds and universes, and how should we act? Lionel, what did God tell you? Well, I was outside and I saw God come to me, and he was in a rock, and the rock said, da 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 da. Now, am I saying that that's fake? No, because remember, I'm a theist. I believe there is spirituality and there are miracles, and I believe in the supernatural and the metaphysical. So I believe these things can happen. However, it always comes from someone who, let's say that you are connected to God. Let's say that you do have that lifeline. However, even though you may be connected, we all have a responsibility. And this is in every holy writing, even the Bible. We all have a responsibility to seek out our own salvation, our own understanding with God, and our own relationship. But no, people do. You see what I'm saying? They don't do it. They stop doing it and say, oh, just let Lionel tell us how to do it. Lionel will show us. Moses will lead us the way. What is the name? Tutmosis, or what's the name of Pharaoh? Ramesses will show us. Akhenaten will show us. Don't worry about that, because the prophets know this way. You just follow. And that's the laziness. That's the laziness. You can say, oh wow, this prophet is connected to God. However, I still have to get my connection with God too. I can't just sit back and let them tell me everything that God wants. That's when it goes off the deep end. And that's why the Abrahamic religions are so powerful, because those are the number one religions that control people, lazy in their spirituality. They just hand it over to mankind, and they say, fine, yeah, I like that book. I like what you're doing. So go ahead. Tell me what God needs me to do. Oh, Jesus said that I need to drink his blood. You got it. What? Moses said that I have to cut my son's foreskin off because God said it. Show me where's the knife? Where's the scissors? You get it? It's like, we need to understand there's nothing wrong, if you're a theist, in listening to other people's connection and what they've experienced with their God, with their path. It resonates with us, because that is the beautiful thing about having a universal mind of God. However, we get lazy in Abrahamic religions and other religions where we just kick back and let everybody just tell us, oh, well, God said you have to do this. Oh, he did? Where did he say that? Well, when Moses wrote it down. Wait a minute, what? That's why people say, oh, a man wrote that down. That's part of that's true in that argument. However, That doesn't mean we have to throw it out just because someone wrote it down and said it. It could very well be true. However, we need to have our own, we need to sit down and wonder where the rain comes from. Well, I know Lionel, the great Lionel, the prophet of old, the wisest of all mankind. I know that Lionel told us these things, and he is connected. I believe he's connected to God, but guess what? I'm still going to check out what I think, what comes from my consciousness. What does my consciousness say about where rain comes from? And it is not less valuable than what the greatest prophet says, because it comes from me and is my pure connection with the almighty, unfathomable, mysterious power that we call God or the Most High or Allah or Yahweh or Yahweh or Ra or Amun. You get it? We need to have the understanding that we created all of these stories. That doesn't mean they're not true. It doesn't mean that people weren't connected. But we need to have our own understanding, our own consciousness. All right, I said a lot. You know how I do. Let me hand it over to you, Lionel, for a long time.
Oh, I wanted to say happy belated birthday, by the way.
Why, thank you, Lionel. I am now 27 years old. I'm just kidding. I'm not 27.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it because that came up on my Facebook. And I'm not gonna say your age or anything, but I was
my age came up. What the hell?
Hmm?
My age came up.
Yeah, it did.
How my age come up? Damn.
It showed up on the on my notifications. I was like, good Lord, what? Wow.
How my age come up though? That's weird. I gotta look at that. But thank you. Yeah. Black doesn't crack.
It really doesn't.
At least, wait, let me rephrase that. Black doesn't crack on the surface, but a lot will be going on inside with a lot of us.
That's what.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels, rest in power.
That's what Dana Reynolds Marniche had told me. The lady who I interviewed a long time ago, I said that is extremely attractive, but she's 60. She told me the same thing.
Hey, you know what? I just watched this show. I finished this series called Ozark. It was really good. Excuse me. My headache is still here, but I tried to drink some pickle juice. Sometimes vinegar will help, and it's not some cheapy pickle juice. It's really good. But anyway, I digress. So I watched Ozark, right? And there's a couple in Ozark. The guy is 18 and the lady's 65. Oh my God, it was so uncomfortable watching their love scenes. I don't even like watching love scenes anyway, but just seeing that older grandma kiss that 18-year-old guy, I couldn't handle it.
Now, did the 65-year-old woman, was she attractive?
He was this hillbilly kid.
Oh,
and she was
money.
A hillbilly lady. She had stringy blonde hair, and I don't think she was unattractive. I mean, it's relative to whatever you're talking about. Would she win a beauty contest? No, but she wasn't hideous. She looked like an older white lady. Yeah. So anyway, what I'm saying is I try to really be, try to really focus on okay, I'm not looking at this as an old lady, in her 60s, kissing an 18-year-old. I couldn't handle it. Even thinking back to it, oh God, this is disgusting. Even though he was 18, I was like, this is so not good. Now, does that mean, hold on, I'm laughing and I'm making this I'm adding levity, but does that mean that they can't have a relationship legally?
They can have a relationship.
Yeah, they can. Just like if I saw an old man kissing a young woman, I would feel the same way. It was twisted though. Huh?
You sure about that? Because I be noticing like y'all, like women, especially my age and like who are 18, they usually be messing with dudes in their 30s and 40s.
30s and 40s is not old. I'm talking about an older, elderly man in his like in his mid 60s. Because she was an older woman in her mid 60s. That's what you can pretty much surmise that because her husband was like this gray old man, like he looked like Santa Claus, and he died. Her husband died, and then she brought the young guy into her home. But I just think both ways, men and women. It's their business though. I just, for me, I was cringy. Like, for instance, I don't want to see same-sex people making out, but that's their business. I'm not saying, oh, even as a Bible-believing Hebrew Israelite, yes, I don't have the right to tell people who they can sleep with if they are not me, my husband, or my children. Okay? I don't have the right to tell anybody in the world who they can sleep with. That's between them, the person they're sleeping with, and their God, not in that order. So I don't have the right to say, and no one has the right to say, someone needs to die because they fall in love with the same sex. Do you see how ludicrous that is? And that was to keep, because reproduction was like survival, So in those ancient times, Yashariah says gross. Yeah. But she's saying gross about the older people. I think I'm pretty sure she's talking about that. But what I was saying about the same sex, they needed to proliferate, right? Reproduce. So that's why I was like, oh, you'll be put to death if we find you having sex with one man. Because that was also, they're wasting the seed.
Well,
The seed was crucial.
think about this though, Nepal. Let's think about this. The Bible talks about a story that Sonetta loves to bring up all the time when he beating up
I
on the
know.
apostle.
Onan. With Onan, yeah, Onanism, where he wasted his seed, yeah. And that was, and you see how serious it was. God killed him. Why did God kill him? Because that was important. It still is today. Very, very. Let me tell you something, okay? One of the most valuable things, I should say, substances in this world is is reproductive seminal fluid and the ovum, the ovum of the woman, you know what I'm saying, the egg. Those are why are they so valuable? Because that's human life. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Tony. Mm-hmm. Peace, Tahuti.
He said, I'm cool with saying two women making out, but two dudes making out is something that I'm definitely not trying to see. He's wrong. He's wrong for that one.
You know what? I'm sorry, but I actually agree with him. It's weird. I'm not so freaked out off of guys as I used to be. And it's because I know I'm being programmed. I understand. At least it's good to know when you're being desensitized. Okay, everyone. I'm not desensitized to the point where I don't understand what's going on. Okay, it's a real complicated topic. Again, these are people making choices in their own lives. Okay, that are not connected to my life in a sense. People can say, "Well, we're all connected." You get what I'm saying, though. They're mm-hmm. doing their own individual life. So I, from that aspect, I don't have anything to do with it. Now, as far as the depopulation of our people and the feminization of the male. Okay. And you know what? Everything that's done to the black male, it trickles right down into everyone else. That's the plan. That's the plan. If we talk about the powers that be that are against us, they know, let's do this to the progeny of the African slaves. Let's do this to the black people. And then, the rest of the, I'm doing air quotes, useless feeders will follow along. You get what I'm saying? And so yes, we're the number one target, but everyone is targeted. All different people, races, and cultures. As when we're talking about depopulation, is that a word? Depopulation. And the Georgia Guidestones. What is it? 500 million reduced. Can you imagine 7 to 8 billion being reduced to 500 million? It's crazy, right? I've heard people say that before, that there is a what? A chance? An excellence? What does that mean?
Seance.
Oh, seance. What do you think about seance? Well, let's change. You want to change topics because the same-sex thing can get a little. It's up to you. I was just gonna say.
They
What do
don't
you think
want
about
to
seance?
play your channel if we keep talking.
Oh no, because I'm being just very diplomatic about it. However, let's talk about seances since we were discussing spirituality. Have you ever seen a seance, a real seance, or been to one?
No, but there's one thing in the Bible. There's two things in the Bible that I tend to believe when it comes to certain things like that.
Come on, bring that scripture on up.
The scripture. I'm basically there's two. There one scripture is like, don't call on those soothsayers and all that type of stuff, right? That's one.
Right.
Then the second one, this kind of lets me know that Yahweh, or however you call him, Yahweh Shad, Yahweh Akkad. There's another story. This was very crazy. Like this came out of a short story, in my opinion. Like it was that scary. Where Saul, he was so scared of getting killed in his next battle, that he had literally went to a witch, and he asked the witch, "Can you resurrect this former king really quick, so that is there any way he'll know any way I can get out of this?" And she brought him, and he came back, and he was like, "Why did you bring me back? I'm supposed to be back down into the land of the dead. You're gonna die anyway, you know."
You're gonna join me.
So,
yeah, Samuel.
Oh, that was Samuel.
Yeah. So, what do you think about that?
I think that the dead aren't supposed to be. We're not supposed to be interacting with them anymore.
Well, okay. Could it possibly be that he was evil anyway, and that's why he got that message? He was going to die anyway, right? It wasn't because she called on the. Did she die?
No, the witch didn't die. She just called the thing. What's his name again?
Samuel.
She called Samuel back from the dead.
Do you know in that scripture she doesn't say God doesn't want us to do that? She says Samuel said we can't. She said Saul put out a decree that we can't do it anymore. We cannot do any type of mediumship. Isn't it interesting that she didn't say God doesn't want us to do that? Instead, she said Saul told us not to do it. Yeah, I find that interesting. So do you think that in the Bible that spirits are contacted at ever? Like, do you think that I know the answer, and I think you know where I'm going with this. Do you think that the priests and the because soothsaying is predicting the future, right? And the prophets, do you think that they were was it divine spiritual intervention or contact, or was it just coming from them? Do you think that they were also using spirits to get this information, or was it just coming straight out of their opinion? This is a good
I think
topic because it kind of ties back into what we're talking about.
I think it was God giving them those visions.
Okay. So when God interacts with mankind in the Bible, besides the ones who are the main characters like Abraham and Samuel, let's just say someone like, I don't know, the king of the son of Nebuchadnezzar. Remember him?
I think all the other people that met God, they wound up dying of like insanity or something like that because they couldn't fathom that, or maybe it was one of the angels they had saw.
Right. Oh, excuse me. So, what I'm trying to say is, don't you think that this God is the ultimate spirit, and that's God sends spirits to interact with mankind, like the many tekel, what was it called in the story of Daniel, where the king Nebuchadnezzar's son was having a party, and then that spirit came, the finger writing on the wall, the writing on the wall.
Not familiar with that story.
Oh, you don't know that story? It's many tekel ufarsin. Mini tekel Farsin. Oh, that's numbered, weighed, divided. The miraculous writing on the wall, interpreted by Daniel. Numbered, weighed, divided. Mini tekel Farsin. So that was a spirit, right? My point that I'm making is like, how do we determine, or why is it okay for those spirits to come, but then it's not okay for people to have the spirits of their loved ones come?
I think it's because it's not on the creator's terms. I think that's why. I think that's when it gets bad. When it's not on his terms.
Right. So how can you assure that? By connecting with the Most High when you're calling on him to give you connection, or no?
I think that if we like kind of like go outside, like using Ouija boards and stuff like that, I think that's when it turns bad.
Oh yeah, Ouija boards are another story. That's different. Because people say, well, why? Because it's so novel. Like when you put all kinds of energy, and I believe in energy with it. If you start putting a novelty, like making it fun and just, it's not sacred anymore, you let in a lot of negative, low vibrational, and maybe at times precarious energy, dangerous energy. You know what I mean?
I used to have a dream catcher in my room when I was younger.
You did what?
I used to have a dream catcher in my room when I was younger.
Oh, that's nice. So did I. What happened? You don't like them anymore?
No, it was just I thought it meant like I thought I was my great grandma told me that I was Blackfoot Indian.
Oh, a black Indian?
Blackfoot.
Who?
And
Blackford. Wait, what did you say? Blackford?
Yeah, Blackfoot.
Oh, Blackfoot. Yeah. Well, there's this thing about that. A lot of people made it really bad for the real people who really have Native American heritage and are black, because they're going over the top saying, oh, we're not even African at all. We don't have any African connection.
Yeah, I got red tint in my skin. Look, I'm red.
Oh, Lord. You know what? You very well could have some Blackfoot.
That's just type of stuff that black folks be saying. Or she got high cheekbones. She a native.
No, that's not the same.
I mean,
people say that.
Hmm?
See, nobody denies that we interacted and we even made it and were bred with you know, the slave master's DNA. Nobody denies that. But then people make fun of black people who claim their Native American heritage, even when it's valid, you know, because that's what's happened. We've been shamed into not saying we're Native American anymore. And
I think
we can blame the people like our brother Top Cat, who says that he's not African at all, and that all Native Americans are just all black. They're not the people who we see, you know. It's just annoying. I
I
like what
think
Baba Kamene says.
who?
Baba Kamene, or he says, Baba, let me get his name. We
Yeah,
interviewed
Kaba
him.
Kabane, Booker T. Coleman. Yeah.
Kaba, yeah. Baba Kaba Kamene.
Keep going.
He says, I'm eating something. He says that so sorry if I'm pausing. He said that we have native and that we're African. What do you think?
I think it depends on who you're honestly dealing with. Because my friend took a DNA test, and he's African American like me, right? And guess what? His DNA test came out where he was about 95% African, and then the rest of the 5% was from Northern Europe.
Oh boy. And he
So,
thought he was native?
hmm,
What did he think he was?
he's black. He's blue, black, purple.
Oh, because I'm saying, did anyone tell him he was something else besides African?
Mm-mm. His
Uh-uh.
uh his whole family they really dark. So like I'm saying that to say like I guess it depends on who you're like dealing with like with you, right?
Right.
Your family from the Dominican Republic, right?
Some of them, some of
Like
them are from Haiti, the DR. My mom is Native American, and her dad is black and Irish. So yeah, that's me.
so like
But I'm not the
no
only one. You know why I'm not ashamed to say that? Because I'm not the only black person who has this story. Black people need to stop the cap once they get into the conscious community, acting like they are 100% pure African. Stop
so like
playing. Right?
you're mostly like you're mostly like of a Dominican background, right?
See how you just did that? You just.
Like I mean you're
I'm.
mostly
I haven't done my DNA. My sister did hers though. I have. We have the same mom and same dad, but I get it. But she's got some what showed up? Malian, like Mali, Ethiopia, some southern parts of Africa that I don't remember, so I'm not gonna lie. I think Gambia, is that southern?
Gambia, I think so.
And then some parts of Europe, of course, the DR, some Pacific Islander. I don't know where that came from, and Native American. Now that's on hers. Not I didn't do mine. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and cap like I did.
Cause
But
you
we do have the same mom and dad.
cause you honestly look like a mix between like a native person and a black person at the same time.
Like Top Cat.
You said like Top Cat?
Yeah, you know who Top Cat is, right?
Yeah, he the dude that be he has
I
very
like
interesting
him.
lectures.
I think I look pure African because Africans look all kinds of different looks.
You think so?
Yep,
Cause,
I
'cause to
do. I
me,
really do. I believe that if I go to Africa, I have the right clothes on, I'll fit right in. They will not think anything different.
hmm.
There's so many different African. I could go to Ethiopia or Somalia. People have asked me, "Are you Ethiopian? Are you Somali?"
Hmm.
Right? Tanzania or Tanzania, as our brother Mighty Hebrew says.
Hmm.
You know, I
I can
think
see
the women of South Africa, what are they? I got to remember the name.
Khoisan.
The Khoisan, not them though. They have a very distinctive look. Yes, but the other people
Bushman?
who they speak Swahili, right?
Right.
I can't remember, but the women are so beautiful. Oh my
The
god.
ones that look like they Asians.
Not Asians. Those are the Khoisan. No, the women who just look like Nefertiti. They have like the long necks and
Oh,
the
the ones that be
almond
wearing
eyes.
the metal bracelets.
No, no, not that long. Not those necks that stretch their neck. Let me find them. I'll show you. The women who do at the end, and I'm heterosexual, by the way. I had some sick woman saying that I like women, which if women like women, that's their choice. But
What?
I'm not. If I liked women, baby, trust me, I wouldn't be on the DL, my love. I would let the whole world know, and I would be very happy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like women. But the reason I'm saying that is because I'm going to show you the women. They do this virgin march with their tops off, and it's not even for me sexual. I think it's really like beautiful and sacred, and everyone tries to sexualize it and make these women like they're nasty or whorish, and they're not. They're all virgins. And then they march to the king. I forgot the name of the Zulu. Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Duh, Shaka Zulu. How can we forget that? That's your fault. Just kidding. They're Zulu. The Zulu women. Yes, that's who I'm talking about. The Zulu women. Let me get some photos. I'm going to try not to show the nudity, though, because my channel is, like, wonky. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me just share this. Yes, Zulu. Gosh, how could I forget that when we know Shaka Zulu? Okay, see these women? They're so beautiful. I think this is one of the South African. Oh, yeah, here's one. Let me get the one where you can't really see. Uh-oh. Okay. I think
Just
YouTube will
covered.
do okay. Can you see?
Yeah.
See how their faces are like. Now I'm
Round.
gonna say this. People gonna say, "Napa thinks she's so pretty." No, I don't think I'm so pretty, but I could fit in with her. Like, come on. You telling me that if I didn't put on all this stuff, this neck brace, and not the topless, you don't think I could fit in
Not the
walking through a
topless.
crowd? Come on, with the head wrap on. Well, they would say that we're twins, right? They're like, "Napa, is
Not
that
the topless.
sister? Are you from South Africa?" "Oh yes, brother. I am from South Africa. I am a South African woman." They always have such soft voices. Well, most of the time. Damn, what's going on? Okay,
Oh,
here. Now she might be Khoisan, like she might have some Khoisan roots. Even though it says Zulu, you can see the Khoisan, right?
yeah.
Yeah. See, I could fit in with her. I have family who looks like her.
Yeah, you can. That's like that's your
That-
mom or something.
yeah, that could be like my auntie. She looks too young to be my mom.
Mm.
Now, here's another one. Uh-oh, some of them are looking a little racy. Oh, she looks angry, but I'm gonna let you see her anyway. She's like, "Don't." This looks like a regular. Come on, bro. This sister looks just like an American black woman. So when people say, "Oh, you look," let me show you. You made me forget about my headache. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here
My
for.
son, you get the crown. Remember that song on Sesame Street? The Alligator King. You don't know it because you're too young, right?
Yeah, I'm like 23.
Said the Alligator King to his 7 sons, "I'm feeling mighty down. If any of you can lift me up, you'll get to wear my crown." The first son.
Yeah, her eyes are staring into my soul. Like,
I know, right? She's like, You know me. Anyway, so that's my point. She kind of looks like me when I wake up in the morning.
Yep.
That, that's what I look like in the morning when I first wake up. You know, you have morning face when you sleep on your face, and it's kind of her because her cheeks are a little puffy. She's pretty. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
she
what I look
is.
like. So that's my point. Oh, this one right here. Oh, this could at least be my cousin. Come on. Let me show you. She's got this fly ass hat on too. Her hat is made out of, I think it's made out of leopard. You'll be able to tell me. Gosh. I had stopped thinking about my headache and I didn't notice it. And then I thought about it and now I can feel it. It's the power of the mind. Wow.
What
Okay,
you
look at
eating
her.
on, by the way?
I am eating on, you know what? It's really bad. I could lie. I could lie and make it like I'm eating something healthy at this time of night, but I'm not going to.
Fried
I'm
chicken
eating,
and cheese fries.
no, no, no. I'm eating some rice, basically, rice and fish.
You saying that
Some
like
rice.
that's unhealthy? You eating fried rice and fish?
But it's past 8 o'clock. At my age, Sonny, my metabolism don't allow me to eat past 8 o'clock without any type of consequence. I'm just kidding. That's
What time is it
that's how
where
I
you at?
imagine myself talking to my grandchildren. Huh? Lionel,
Yes,
she is she's wearing a hat. What kind of hat is that? What is that? Cheetah?
that look like
And
something that
in
she
the
hunted and
tail,
killed.
the trim is like the tail of a, I guess that's cheetah. Oh shoot, I'm getting a phone call. I'm gonna have to close this down. I want to say to you, Lionel, it's always an amazing pleasure. You're so cool. Give me 1 second. I don't want to lose this call. Let me just, you close out. Say your last bit.
All right, everybody, support Sister Nepal, support Sonetta. They always put they foot out for the people, and hit up their cash apps every now and then. You know what I'm saying? These are good people right here, and we should support them. We should support every black, almost every black YouTube channel. So I love you all.
Oh, we love you too, Lionel. You just made your way into all of our hearts. You are such an intelligent, awesome young man, and you're funny. Even when you are not really not funny like a clown, like clever funny. You know. So anyway, we'll definitely see more of you. Let me see what this brother said. Mr. Cole said, "It doesn't matter when you eat carbs at night. It's all about calories in and calories out." I like that kind of talk from men, brothers who are trying to really, motivate us. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much for the positivity. And to my sisters, I love you very much. I had to eat. You know what? To be honest, I thought y'all are going to say, "Oh, Lord, that excuse." I didn't eat anything all day long. And that's why I said, what the hell is this headache? So I'm eating and I'm hoping that it'll go away. But tomorrow I got a new membership at a gym. I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna go do some cool sculpting. I don't even care. That's
So who
cool.
you trying to get at now?
Do you know what cool sculpting is?
What is that?
You know, where you get the fat frozen off your body, like a procedure. I'm not doing it though. I'm gonna go work out. I'm gonna just work out. And the only reason I'm working out is because it's cheaper. So anybody out there saying, "She talking about plastic surgery." I'm not talking about plastic surgery. I'm talking about what works for me.
Nepal.
Thank you, Tim Washington. I will keep drinking water.
Nepal.
Vegan is, yes, sir.
See, it don't seem like you have to honestly lose weight. I mean, you're naturally I don't want to say
Right?
well endowed, but you're
I get it. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. Don't say it. But I get it.
Like,
go ahead.
You're stacked, like naturally.
Right,
I can tell so much. Yeah.
I get it. I'm stopping you. Listen,
Yeah, I'm not
I
saying
just,
that in a
that's why I
sexual
wanted
manner.
to just spot, they say you can't spot reduce, but I'm going to see if I can, you know. I know somebody was spot reducing and it was working. Somebody did it right because there's a lot of sisters out there. Oh, by the way, sisters, don't let anyone tell you not to waist train. Don't let anybody shame you into taking off your waist trainer. Wear them all the time if you can. Well, that's not good. Not all the time. Let's say about 18 hours in the day, 19 hours.
Don't they just tuck in your stomach? Like,
No, because it trains your back. It reduces it sculpts your waist. It works your core to where your core becomes tighter and firmer and more erect. So it's awesome.
hmm,
When I was a girl, I mean little girl, I'm talking about 5, 6. My mother made us sit up straight, shoulders back, hold your stomach in. Don't let your stomach hang out like that.
hmm,
Take this book, walk around. We had to walk around with books on our head, uh, pretty much for hours. My sister and I, not so much my baby sister, because by that time my mom was just tired. But my sister and I, my older sister and I, used to have to wear. We walked around with books on our head. And that's a very African way too. You see these beautiful women walking around with those, I mean, truckloads of stuff on their heads, right? One time I walked to the store because I didn't want to drive. This is a long time ago, though. I'd say this is about 2016. Not one time, probably about 3 or 4 times. I walked to the store just right up the street, the local convenience store, and I carried back. Those 24-ounce packs of, those 16-ounce 24 packs of water, those big packs. I would carry those home on my head, like two of them,
you a
just to
strong
feel.
girl.
But you know what I mean? To feel the African way, like to feel African. And I loved it. I felt good walking down the street like that. And
But
everybody's
people
looking
look at
at
you
me.
crazy.
No, I wasn't crazy though, because it strengthens your spine, your neck. Um, And what else did I do? When else? I do that a lot. I was trying to take some stuff out of the car that was super heavy, like unloading some stuff. I mean, it wasn't heavy like it'll snap my neck, but I knew, okay, how can I get up these 2 flights of stairs with this stuff? I put it on top of my head. It was easy peasy lemon squeezy to walk with it.
You probably have perfect posture.
I have really good posture. One thing about my posture, thank you to my mom. Oh yeah. And then I went to Catholic school and the nuns didn't play that either. That why are you slouching? Are you a vulture? Are you a turkey? Why is your neck like, going forward like that? So yeah, shoulders back, everything. Stomach holding your core. So anyway, thank you for being here. Much love to you. I'm done with this rice. Gonna call my husband and return some phone calls, and then I'm probably gonna just read a book. Oh, I got a new book. Can I tell you what it is?
Yes,
Well, I
please.
got I got a few new books, but where did I put it? Damn. Tell me about your new books while I look for mine. I'm gonna mute up. Go tell me.
Um, I had bought the collected stories of Chester Hymas. He's the guy who wrote books called like Cotton Comes to Harlem and A Rage in Harlem. Um, I bought a few detective novels. Uh, and that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much reading fiction now.
Sorry, I was talking and I was muted. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I was going to say that's a lot of fiction. For me, I could just find one of them. Sorry, because this is the one I was reading on the sofa. The Biology of Belief, Unleashing the Power of Consciousness, Matter. That's what we've been talking about, and Miracles. Yeah, so this is pretty good. It's pretty interesting. And there's a couple other ones I got. I went and got I already had Isis Unveiled, but I don't have it anymore. I lost it. It got lost in the move, So I reordered that. I haven't looked at it though. Blavatsky?
You said The Great Gatsby?
No, Madame Blavatsky, Elena Blavatsky. So, volume 1. I didn't get 2. I will get it. What else did I get? I got a book by Sam Parnia. I can't remember the title. I think it's Surviving Death. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, those are the books I grabbed so far. So yeah. You ever read stuff like that? Like studies on consciousness and theosophy?
No, not really. I'm primarily I read a lot of history, like African history, um, communism, Marxism, Leninism.
Ooh. You like African fiction?
The only black fiction I honestly have, you probably gonna bust out laughing if I say either one of these names. I
can hear
read
you.
Donald Goins, and
Say it again? Say it again?
I read Donald Goins and Iceberg Slim a lot.
Oh, okay. What about what's his name? Akibe?
Yeah, I read that in high school.
Yeah, who didn't, right? I read it. I'm honestly, I haven't read it for about 2004, I'd say. So what is that? 18 years? But when I did read, I've read it maybe like 4 or 5 times, right? What do you think about the European art? I really appreciate a lot of Salinger. You like Salinger? Poe. You like Poe?
Yes, I love Poe. The Telltale Heart.
Yeah, I love Poe. What about, let me think, since you like Poe, oh God, let me think of another one that's one of my favorites. God, I can't believe I can't think of it right now. Hemingway, even though he committed suicide.
Yeah, he blew his head off with a shotgun.
Voltaire.
Yeah, I read him.
What about, okay, Nietzsche. Do you like Nietzsche? Don't lie. Don't lie. You know you like Nietzsche.
Friedrich Nietzsche?
Yes, Friedrich Nietzsche.
I haven't actually read him, but I've heard a lot about him.
One of my favorite books, this isn't Nietzsche though. One of my favorite books, I think when I was in 6th grade, it was the first time I read it, is The Jungle. You ever read that? You got to read it. It's not Nietzsche though.
The Jungle. What is that about?
Oh, the meat packing industry in America when it first started.
Oh yeah, I learned about that in college.
Oh, did you read it?
No, we talked about it in my history class.
Oh, what did you talk about? What did they say?
How people would get their arms cut off and one of those.
The whole body drop in there, and they still pack the meat and send it out. And I always wondered, it seems like it's a story for it's about you got to read it. First off, I just I spoiled it a little bit for you, but you hear about the poverty, the oh God, it's just so much poverty, and there weren't any regulations on food, and it was ridiculous the way things used to be in the 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like anything just get ground up in the meat, and there it was on the table. There it was on the table.
I was like,
I recommend it by Upton Sinclair. What
you said
about
you also
like,
read what?
huh?
You also read what about Upton Sinclair?
That's who the author is. What about Crime and Punishment?
By what's his name? Fyodor Dostoevsky.
Dostoevsky. I think it's Dostoevsky. Yeah.
I
People say
read The
Dostoevsky.
Gambler.
You what?
I read The Gambler by him.
Oh, okay. Okay. I haven't read that.
It's like semi-autobiographical about his gambling addiction.
Oh, okay. The other one is like a fiction, but it's still good because it's like it reminds me of the Telltale Heart. When you read it, you'll say, "Oh, okay, I could see where this would remind somebody of the Telltale Heart." Because I don't want to spoil it for you. Don't you hate that? People say don't spoil movies. I hate when I'm reading a story and I know what's going to happen at the end. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What else? Let's see. Any did you like people are gonna hate me when I forgot her name. Terry
McMillan?
Is it Terry Morrison?
Toni Morrison or Terry McMillan?
Toni, the one who died, who wrote
Beloved.
she wrote Waiting to Exhale. Didn't she die?
Wait, you mean Waiting to Exhale? That's Terry McMillan.
Oh, what's her name?
Terry McMillan.
Oh, do you like that story? Waiting to Exhale? I never read it.
I mean, she's, in my opinion, she's mediocre, but she got her name out there. She's like a Zane author, like just kind of.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Excuse me, I'm eating.
The reason why she wrote like how Stella got her groove back was that she was mad that she got gypped by a Jamaican dude who had a hankering for something else, and she just was mad about it, and she just put a happy ending in it.
I mean, come on. A lot of those women who are American, they take advantage of these young guys. Like a guy like you, if you were over there in Jamaica, you'd have so many older women, way older than you, trying to buy you. So anyway, with that said,
it would depend. Like it'll depend on who this older lady is. Like if she's 47 and she like looks good to me,
47. Oh wow.
That's as far. Well, maybe if she's like 52 or something, but she like really looks very good to where I can justify actually being in a relationship with this woman, I would have no problem. I would be set for life.
But you got to tell your mom and dad about it. That's the problem.
I mean, if it got serious to the point to where like I gotta tell my mom and dad, like my dad wouldn't have a problem. He'd be like proud of me, but my mom would be like, my mom would be like, "You're taking advantage of my boy," like, you know.
Shout out to mom. Okay, yeah. I'm stuffing my face, rudely chomping around while I'm talking. I want to say thank you and good night. I've been brought by a 55. I'm woke up. What? I don't know what that means, but peace to you.
Mm-hmm.
What did my sister say? The Truth of Nadia or Stonehenge. Oh, okay. Those are books we should check out. All right. I want to know more about Stonehenge. I really haven't looked into it, but I love the mystery of just anthropology. People, like just, you know what I mean? The way we interact and live, it's fascinating. Can't make a lot of money off of being an anthropologist if you're just, a basic person teaching at a university. I shouldn't say an anthropologist. I mean, if you major and get your degree in anthropology, it's kind of hard to get. You're getting your degree in history, right?
Yes.
Good night. Huh?
Yes.
Awesome. I want to see you go far. I want you to be one of the most famous historians of all time, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
And you know where I'm gonna go to get my first interview at?
Sonnet. Peace, Lawrence Rutano. Sonnet or HOK. And with that said, peace, Rose. Peace to everybody in the chat. Let me go through the chat. I used to do this, and I'm going to do it now. Nell215. Good night, Lawrence Rutano. Rose R. Yashiraya. Sorry. Yashiraya Sakina Rob. Peace, sis. Tyrone Church. Blunt Talker 45. Blunt Talker. Oh, okay. And Surreal Sunstones. I like that. Who else? Child of Light. Tahuti Ma'at Russ Sirius. Peace, brother. Mr. Ahmed, my brother Silent K, I saw you earlier. If you were still around, even if you're not, peace to you. Astral projections. Dang, I should have saw that earlier. We could have talked about it. 369, peace. Mr. Ahmed, peace. Robert Leak Jr., peace. I unblocked you, by the way. You were blocked, my brother. A lot of people were blocked, and I was like, okay, they must have said something crazy, but I'm going to let them out. So peace to you, Robert Leak Jr. Who else? Who else is in here? Remember Michael Jackson's voice? God, I used to love his voice. Out of my life. I used to do impersonations of him with my cousins and my brothers and sisters. We'd try to see who could sound like Michael the most. El Nawa, Tim Washington. Did you ever do that with your family?
I'll say this, and you probably gonna butt up laughing. I used to literally debate my entire family down because I believe that Michael Jackson was a white man.
Oh, dang, that's funny. Wow, you really believe that?
I was like, he's a white man. He's not, and then they'll honestly show me what he looked like off the Jackson 5. Like they'd be like, Adrian, that's Michael Jackson. I'm like, no, Michael Jackson is a white man.
And then you would say that's not him?
Yes.
Oh my God, you're funny. Hey, I'm going to tell you, there are people who actually worship Michael Jackson. I had a channel. Let's take a moment of silence for Phineas the Zealot. Okay, YouTube they just took my whole channel down. I had a video on that channel where I was breaking down how people worship. They literally think Michael Jackson's the Messiah, and that is a real belief. From the bottom of their hearts, they believe he's the Messiah. Peace, Mr. Cole, and King of Kampala. Who else is in here? Dante G, Nell 215. I saw that. Okay, anybody else? Don't want to forget anybody. Just going up there. Peace to Sekou doing that really interesting, very informative, enlightening stream today. And to Sonnetter and to the panel, everyone who jumped in. I actually liked some of the, I'm not going to lie. Peace, Tony42. There she is. Peace, Denisha Cavadias. Yes, Denisha, I was really in rare form. I was in my storm form earlier this morning. So I'm sorry you had to see that. But those people are disgusting. Disgusting. They're disgusting. Okay. Is that everybody? Rose? I said Rose. Okay, peace. Peace to the darkest minds of the light. Much love to you. Oh, and say a prayer for our sister H. Millette. She has COVID. And she keeps on getting hit on the health side, but she's got a heart of gold, and I mean that. So if you can, support her. Anybody who... I won't shut the stream down if anybody knows her Cash App. That's a damn shame. I do have it on my phone somewhere. Any mod who's listening and knows her Cash App, let me call Sonnetter and see if I can get it. Or actually, I can just get off my phone. Duh. Give me 1 second. Yeah, but she's sick again. So if you could support her with prayer and any donations would help. Somebody just sent me something. Oh, I want to say thank you to everybody who cash apps me. I love you. When I see the cash apps, you don't understand. I feel so much love. I saw my sister, Katie Michelle. I see now I'm saying her name and everybody's like, well, what about, let me go. Some people don't want you to know that they're cash apping, but I'm just going to say there was a sister who cash apped me. And I was like, oh, wow. She was in the chat recently. I'm sorry. I love you. You know who you are. I appreciate you very much. And I'm just going to have to go through my cash apps one day and just shout them out. So anybody who doesn't want me to do that, text message me and say, don't shout me out. I don't want my cash app shouted out. But anyway, the reason I said I can't do it is because it's on a whole different page. And I'm looking for H. Millet's payment information, right? Didn't I say that? Lionel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Let me see what
You
H.
said you're
Millet
looking for her payment
Here it
information.
is. Found it. Yes, H. Malit 985. Now I can't put the link, but I'm going to put the Cash App in the chat. H. Malet. I know it's like Malete. I thought she was Mexican when I first, or Latina, when I first saw her name. H. Malet. Please donate. Please support. She's really trying to get better. Please support. Anybody else who knows her link, can you put it in? Anyway, peace to the family. That doesn't mean sport. That's supposed to say support, my you. All right, Lionel, have a beautiful night. Peace to you, much love to you, and much love to the family. Shout out to the HOK. Peace to the darkest minds of the light. That's right. Okay.